Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is a GW Tiger. It's the Tier 9 German SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Serene Coast, and this one is under the command of Moose. Yes, it's another of his replays. We've got rather a large number to go through, and this one's from earlier this year. Now, game on. Now he's got the stop gun, not the top gun. I know that because it's got a muzzle brake at the end, and if it didn't have the muzzle brake, that would make it the 21cm. This one is the 17cm, which can do 850 alpha, penetrating 44mm of armour, and it's got burst radius of 8.9 meters, nearly 9 meters in total. But the best thing about it is the reload time, 25.5 seconds. That's quite quick because it's 17cm. You know, normally if it's 155mm, you'd have about the same time. So you've got a much bigger punch than the 155, but around about the same amount of time. Now he's aiming slightly down the west side. Yeah, here comes the enemy. Line him up. He lets loose the round. And, well, only 9 hit points of damage from the SDB and 83 from the Leopard prototype. But you notice there was a counter battery shot that came in directly behind his shot, so it looks like the enemy is trying to find him. He's almost loaded. When you get tanks like this grouping together, you try to get the tanks when they all are aligned, and he got a nice shot there into the SDB. You notice how he immediately motored forwards. You go faster forwards than you will backwards, and if the enemy is trying to counter battery him, they're going to be aiming behind him and they'll miss him altogether. Well, he's got some stun assist off the STB. He's lining up his next shot, working out where the shells to go. Oh, they group together again. He fires the round in, and this time round he hits the Leopard prototype, even though he was aiming for the STB. Pulls back to avoid the counter battery. So he is getting some nice stun assist. It's a tier 10 game with tier 8 tanks in it as well. Going for the Leopard prototype again. Rounds out straight away. And he kills the Leopard prototype this time. Now I must say, this particular firing position is so well known that a lot of enemy Arty do try to counter battery in this area, so it can be a very dangerous spot to inhabit. But Moose is sticking with it for the moment because he keeps moving to avoid the counter battery. He's loaded, ready to go, selecting his target. I think he's going to go to standard B, fires the round in and just missed him. He pulled back just at the right moment to avoid the shell. I get the impression that the enemy Arty is actually more interested in our tanks than in us. The Tiger was just stunned. Tiger 2, and here comes the E100. Oh, he just got tracked. Moose is going for the SDB, but changes his mind because that's standard B, which is a dangerous individual. Fires at him. Oh, misses. I think that was because he was, well, finding it difficult to get it dialed in. Plus, of course, he just finished moving. He's going to try again on the standard B. Changes his mind, goes for the E100. Stationary. Probably won't be for very much longer though. He's loaded, rounds out. Direct hit. Only 192 hit points, but that's still good. More rounds are still hitting that E100. So he's probably going to end up with a steel wall if he survives the game. I don't think that's very likely. Yep. In fact, yes, definitely not likely. Okay, his steel wall has gone up in smoke, as has his tank. Standard B next, he's on the move. Again, this is the bad thing about this position, is that if the enemy gets close, there's not many places you can actually run to. You have to stick with it. And we just lost our Type 61. The enemy is getting very, very close, and the enemy Arty is going to probably be paying attention to us now. Yes, because I'm afraid the thing is that all their tanks in the north have been wiped out. over on the peninsula, we've got a 257 fighting it out with R-Type 5 Heavy. Work out where he moves up to shoot and fire at that spot. Yep, that worked. He actually did 279 hit points of damage, but because he destroyed the tracks on the 257, he actually picked up some damage assist. Again, it's all about working out where the enemy is moving up to shoot and then aiming at that specific point. Unfortunately, on this occasion, the Type 5 Heavy was wiped out. He fires a round in and tracks him again. 204 hit points this time. We've lost sight of the enemy down here, but there is another enemy in sight, a Yag Tiger, and of course that Scorpion G. Now it'd be very useful to take him out of the game, but our teammate beats us to it. The M40, M43 finishes off the Scorpion G. So we're looking for that 257, and our guys are moving up. So he must have moved. There's the gorilla. Using the bushes, rounds out on him. Lands near him for 224. Moose is able to leave the position he was in now because there's nobody looking over this side of the map. In fact, he could go down the west side of the map altogether if he wanted to. The gorilla's using those trees for cover. It's not going to stop an HE round going straight through those trees and hitting him. Oh, he held fire because the enemy Arty's coming to sight. Dialing in, mark the target, and rounds out. Oh! Beaten to the shot by the M40, M43 again. That guy kill steals like a champ. In fact, he's got 2 kills already. And the M53, M55 and of course Moose have only got 1 kill apiece. Okay, that gorilla's on the move, moves over to the bushes, rounds out. This will be a kill shot if he gets him. He doesn't. He splashes in for 97. Somebody else is going to have to get the kill shot. Oh, will it be the M40, M43? Yes, it is. Yes, he is a kill stealer. That cheeky little... He waits for the other guys to smack the enemy and waits until they're almost on death's door. Then he kill steals. Rounds out the lure. And a direct hit there. Okay, Moose has moved to a new firing position. There's only 3 enemies left. 2 heavy tanks, 1 Arty. Looks like he's focusing on that lure, trying to find a position that will work. He's dialed in, ready to go. Rounds out straight away. Direct hit on the engine deck. 316 hit points off that one. Okay, the lure has been killed by the SU-130PM. We're now looking for the last one, which is a Tiger 2. And of course the Arty, the batch at 155-55 has been spotted. We're going for the Tiger because he's got more hit points for the moment. 289. He's tracked. He's stuck. He can't use his repair kit because it's on cooldown. He's staying there for the duration. Oh, no, he's moved. And there's the enemy Arty. We're not loaded yet. But will the M40, M43 kill steal again? Wait for it. Rounds out. Oh! And his shell hits the wreck with a clang. No, the kill stealer this time was the IS-22. But still a good game for Moose. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Moose in the GW Tiger. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11. He also got a Confederate because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And of course, if that M40, M43 had actually let him, he would have taken a few more kills during the game. But in fact, that might have actually stopped him getting a Confederate. Because if he'd taken out or killed some of the tanks he aimed at, then they wouldn't have counted towards the Confederate medal. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in that game. No, that went to the SU-130PM with 4,465 hit points. 3,357 went to Moose. And the next high scorer was the STB-1 on the enemy team, 3,048. When it came to kills, it was shared between our little kill stealer, the M40, M43, and the IS-22. Both got 3 kills apiece. Then follows the E75TS and the SU-130PM with 2 kills each, alongside the Prototypo Standard B and the enemy's M40, M43. Moose only got the 1 kill in that game. He could have had 4, but yes, that teammate just kept on stealing them away from him. When it came to base XP, it was the SU-130PM who did the best with 1,375, and then we got Moose with 1,130, and I think that's really because Moose was stunning them and then getting stun assist off those tanks once they were stunned, and that was his big help in that game. The third highest on base XP was the kill stealer. Yes, he managed to get 1,126. I suppose, as an Arty player, I should be congratulating him and saying, look, 2 Arty in the top 3. And the other one was in top 5 position. So, yeah, not bad at all. It's just the way he was doing it. Actually, Moose would fire around it and the M40, M43 would finish off the job. But then that's okay, because, of course, you win the game. Let's have a look at detail. 17 shots fired, 6 direct hits, no penetrations, 15 splash, damage of 3,357 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 1, did 1,641 hit points of damage assist, that's from tracking them, and 2,203 hit points of stun assist of 14 stuns. And with all that assistance, that's why he got the Ace Tanker. On a premium count, he earned 42,758 credits for the game, got a personal reserve bonus for 32,069, and a grand total of 96,206. And after ammunition resupply, because it's the lighter weight ammunition, the 17cm, slightly cheaper, and that means he took away a bigger profit of 73,358 credits. He received 1,130 XP, got ×2 on this occasion, 848 from personal reserves and 3,390 from personal missions payout, so his grand total was 7,628 experience points altogether. So yes, does the small gun work? I think it does actually, and the reason is you'll get more shots on the enemy, which means you spread the damage around. You're much more likely to get an Ace Tanker and a Confederate if you hit more of the enemy on each game. So if you're working your way up to your third mark, I would definitely recommend going with a 17cm rather than 21cm. I mean, obviously the 21cm is good for getting bombardiers and for doing really ginormous damage to the enemy if you get a direct hit, but the 17cm does just allow you that flexibility to hit more targets in a game, and that can turn a game in your favour. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We've got more replays from Moose coming up shortly. This one was from March of this year. I think we've got another one from March lined up very shortly. Thanks for watching.